My name is Barry McDonagh. I'm the author of Dare and the creator of the best-selling anxiety treatment program, Panic Away. I have taught everyone from top CEOs and celebrities to police officers, soldiers, and stay-at-home moms on how to end their anxiety and panic attacks fast. In the past 10 years, the Panic Away program has touched over 150,000 lives in 32 countries worldwide. My goal is to now help you to no longer let anxiety define who you are and what you are capable of. If you are ready to take action, I am ready to help you every step of the way. Today, I will give you methods for you to end anxiety attacks.
I'm going to demonstrate now how to apply the one move for fear of flying so you can feel confident and safe while flying both long and short distances. I want to point out that this is designed specifically for the claustrophobic type fear of having a panic attack or high anxiety while flying. If your fear relates to a fear of the plane crashing due to a mechanical failure, I recommend you read some of the popular fear of flying books that you'll find on Amazon, which will teach you exactly how safe flying really is. What if thoughts of no escape and what might happen are the main fuel that drive a fear of flying? So let's examine what's really the worst that can happen. You know already that a panic attack won't kill you. You're not going to suffocate or pass out. You also know that the majority of people who have full-blown panic attacks do so without anyone ever really noticing. They don't lose control or act out in an impulsive or dangerous manner. So when you think about it, the worst that really will happen is that you're going to feel very uncomfortable for a period of time in the aeroplane. That's the worst that will happen. Very unpleasant, but not life-threatening. Okay, so as you board the plane, remember you are going to be feeling anxious. Expect that and don't be upset when it manifests. Take your seat and reframe these anxious feelings into excitement by telling yourself that you feel excited. You might say, I'm excited to be flying, I'm excited to be flying, I'm excited to be flying. Repeat that over to yourself. And you should be. Flying is exciting. Allow your body to express this nervous energy, this nervous arousal. Now, what if thoughts are guaranteed, and diffuse each and every one of them as they tug at you? So you might have, what if the anxiety gets really bad and I've nowhere to run to? Well, reply with, so what? If it gets really bad, yes, it'll be very uncomfortable, but it won't kill me. It will pass, and it won't keep escalating. As you settle in, allow all that nervous arousal you feel to be there with you. Let it accompany you on this journey. Invite it to stay and tell it that you know it'll probably get more intense during takeoff and in moments of turbulence, but that's okay. You're okay with the fluctuations of anxiety. Repeat over and over to yourself, I accept and allow this anxious feeling. I accept and allow this anxious thought. If at any point during the flight you feel that familiar flood of adrenaline and you think you might be about to have a panic attack, respond with the third step, demanding more. Say, there you are. I was expecting you to show up at some point in the flight. You're never trying to run away from it. In fact, you were hoping that it would emerge so that you could move through it. So you might say, well, let's get to it then. Demand more of the sensations that are intensifying. I know this is hard to do, but when you're in an enclosed situation like an airplane, but trust me, it is the right move. The more you really demand to have an attack during the flight, the more empowered and confident you're going to feel. You really place yourself in a position of power. It can sometimes help to become a bit emotional or excited with your fear as you demand more of it to show up, because this helps your emotions to flow more easily and to release more. Notice how the adrenaline has this wave-like effect. It courses through your body, and if you pay close attention, you will feel it pass quite quickly, even in 20 to 30 seconds. There's nothing to fear here. After it passes, your confidence returns, and then possibly later another wave of anxiety will come and you'll do the same thing and repeat the one move over. By not reacting, the effect of these waves on you are nothing more than just bodily sensations. It doesn't turn into a sense of panic. Once the feeling of heightened anxiety has subsided, place your full attention on something. So engage with a pleasurable activity that interests you. Now that might be reading a magazine or watching some in-flight entertainment. If you have relaxing music, now is a good time to play it. You'll probably find it quite hard to sleep during a flight, but try and relax into it as much as possible. And you never know, you might end up even enjoying the flight. Okay, I want to explain a few things now while I'm actually seated in an airplane.
So we spoke in the studio about the one move while flying, and here now I just wanted to show you what it's like when you're actually sitting in the plane. The first thing is, when you get on board, expect to feel anxious. You are going to feel anxious. Don't get upset if you feel the anxiety manifest. When you sit down, as I said, expect the anxiety to rise up, that wave of anxiety, and start implementing the one move. So remember, there are 4 steps. First one is diffuse. So as those anxious what if thoughts start to appear, reply with a so what or whatever type response. Then you'll probably get most anxious during takeoff and during taxi and takeoff. So this is where you'd allow the anxious sensations to be. Step 2, allow that anxious discomfort to sit with you, and you might repeat to yourself, I accept and allow this anxious feeling, I accept and allow this anxious thought, always allowing the anxious sensations to be with you. Third step, if during turbulence, for example, you feel a panic attack coming on, demand more. So demand more of those anxious bodily sensations. Demand more of the panic. So if it's your heart pounding, try and make it increase. If you're starting to feel dizzy, try and make yourself feel even more dizzy. And then fourth and final step, as you feel that wave of anxiety peak, then I want you to engage with something. So that might mean engaging with an in-flight movie or reading a magazine. And what you'll find is you'll have a very comfortable flight as long as you allow the anxiety to be there with you throughout the flight. So that's basically the one move for flying. And remember, a couple of things. It's important to drink a lot of water, be well hydrated. And the other thing is that it's best to sit in your seat when you are anxious. Work through your anxiety in the seated position, because if you get up and walk around, you might start to feel more claustrophobic. That can be your last option, but it's still good to just work through everything, apply the one move while seated. So that's basically the one move on flying. Enjoy your flight.